Hello and happy Friday. My name is Hayvels420. I hope you guys are having a great day. Looking forward to a great weekend. Today I am super Today I am super excited to bring you guys something that I don't normally do on the channel, which is covering a successfully funded Kickstarter, and that is going to be Session, which is going to bring the most realistic feeling skating game that I have ever played. I am going to be working with the prototype version, which this is going to be the indoor park version 2. If you guys did back the game and you did get access to this file, that is going to be what I am covering. I'm sorry that I did not get to this a few months ago. I know this is definitely late, but it's something that I don't want to miss out on. It's something that I definitely want to cover, and it's something that I definitely want to support. So let's get right into talking about this game without any further delay. I do have to say this is a pre-alpha version of the game. It is simply a prototype. Anything that I do cover or say about this game should be taken with an absolute grain of salt because the tricks are subject to change, the controls are subject to change, pretty much everything in the game is subject to change. A lot of the motion capture hasn't been done yet for this game. Pretty much all of the motion capture hasn't been done yet for this game. There are a lot of bugs, a lot of glitches, a lot of little things, clipping issues that you will see in this video, so definitely ignore that stuff and just look past that and see the game for its potential. So let's talk about the game now. One of the first things that you are likely to notice when you do sit down and play this prototype version of Session is that there are no flashy combo animations popping up on screen. There is no point system, and that is intentional. This game is going to be geared towards a more hardcore skating gamer or a real-life skater who wants the most real, true to feel, or at least as true to feel as you can get with a controller, feeling of what it's like to actually skate. So the reason why I say that is because the controls are very unique and intuitive once you get a feel for them and once you really grasp the concept. So the left analog is going to be mapped to your left foot, as you can see on the control settings right here. The right analog is going to be mapped to your right foot, but you're not only going to need to use your right foot in order to pop the board. When you are in switch, you're going to have to use the left analog in order to get pop on the board as opposed to the right analog. And if you're trying to execute tricks in Fakie, you're going to have to push up on the left analog in order to execute those tricks. So these tricks can be mirrored or inverted, and you're going to have to account for that when you are in a different stance. You're going to use the left and right triggers in order to turn on the ground and in order to turn in the air. You're going to have to get rid of some of those nasty habits that you learned from the EA Skate series with the flick it control system, because this is going to be more difficult to master, but much more rewarding when you do pull off lines and you do actually execute the line that you intended on doing when you started your session. So you do have the ability to place session markers down, which is really the whole point of this game, is to find a spot and then try to pull off the line that you want. It is a very rewarding game when you do actually execute what you want to, even though there's nothing on the screen telling you that you did a great job, or there's no arbitrary point system to the game, and the developers aren't going to bring a point system to the game. So that is definitely something that is going to be different about this game. You're going to have to hold X to push, and you're going to have to tap X to push faster. The speed in the game is definitely lacking a little bit as opposed to where I would like to see it, so you really can't get up to speed unless you tap extremely vigorously in order to get your skater moving, which can be really annoying when you don't have much room in front of you in order to get going. So grabs are going to be in the game. They're not in the prototype build. They're going to be mapped to the left and right bumpers. This game, by the way, is going to be coming to PC and Xbox One in mid to late 2019. That is their projected date to be delivering to backers a Steam key or version of the game. All of the controls and tricks, like I said, are subject to change. So what you see right here are simply just in the game now as placeholders and they could be changed with other tricks. So once all the motion capture is done, once all of the finalizing and polishing and the alpha and beta and all of the early access stuff is done, I'm sure I will be able to get you guys a finalized list of tricks. But for right now, this is what is in the game. The flip speed right now is consistent, but the developers have talked about adding in the ability to flip tricks slower and faster, and some sort of mechanic for catching tricks or allowing tricks to continue. So if you would want to kickflip, for example, you could let the board flip twice and do a double kickflip. They did have some stretch goals that they wanted to implement some of these features that they weren't able to hit these stretch goals, but they are still working hard to get some of these features in. Verts and mini ramps, that stretch goal has been reached, so those will be in the game. They wanted to get online multiplayer, customization for your board and character. You can see on the screen some of the other goals: a park editor, a story mode, a filmer mode, a camera editor, which ideally would be exactly like Rockstar Editor. So that's definitely something to look at. Hint, hint. Anybody who's watching this that has anything to do with the development of that game, definitely go check out GTA 5. That is by far the best editing system that has been built into a game in a while, as far as I'm concerned. And there are definitely other things going into this game that haven't been implemented that I haven't even talked about here. So it's something that I'm extremely excited about, because it was very difficult and frustrating to me at first, which at first I was a little turned off by it. But once I got an idea and I really had it in my head that that left analog is mapped to my left foot and that that right analog is mapped to my right foot, and got a feel for the turning, honestly, the game is extremely rewarding without having to actually tell you you're doing a great job. So I think that these guys are doing a great job on this Kickstarter. I'm really excited to see actual work. There's also an initial demo that you guys can go out and download on the Kickstarter right now, which is a smaller skate park, and you guys can go out and get it right now for PC. It's less than 2 gigs, so you can get it really quickly, and you can be playing this prototype too, not this exact indoor park, but a prototype of session right now if you want to. So definitely check out the Kickstarter. I will leave the link in the description for that. Definitely let me know what you guys think about this in the comments section. If this is something that you're interested in at all, I think this could be really positive for the video gaming skate scene, which has seen a lull in the last couple years, and could really use something like this to kick off and be successful, so that we can see more stuff like this in the future. So if you enjoyed today's video, definitely feel free to slap a like on it, and if you are a if you didn't like today's video, definitely feel free to tap the dislike button as well. I can use any support or I guess hate that I can get. On that note, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.